Hey YouTube, and good evening, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Scott Humes No Nonsense. I'm Scott, and thank you for joining me today. I hope you stay for the journey. Tonight I'll be making us a chicken ramen, Scott style. We're about to start making ourselves a chicken ramen. It's nutritious, it's wholesome, and it is so easy to make. So I'm going to walk you through the ingredients now. So as you can see, we've got the ingredients here. So we've got ourselves our decent top quality chicken breast. We've got our soba noodles. We've got our beautiful little bit of pak choy here, a fantastic ingredient. We've got ourselves some red chili pepper. We've got ourselves a piece of ginger, garlic, coriander. For a bit of the garnish, we've got spring onions. We've got mange too, just here, lovely ingredient, one of my favourites. Small portion of mushrooms, top quality vegetable stock. And then, for a little bit of extra flavour, we've got some premium dark soy sauce. And I'll be honest, if used incorrectly, you can ruin a dish. The fish sauce. So, before we start cooking and preparing the food, I'd just like to say how easy cooking really is. As long as you know the fundamentals, as long as you're willing to give anything a go, then I promise you, literally anyone, from a child to an OAP, anyone that's never touched a knife, all the way through to someone that's been cooking for years, they can all cook. Now, what I will do is just walk you through some of the steps to get the food prepared. Okay, so we'll move on to the food. Right, so the first step into making a chicken ramen is the chicken. So the chicken, first of all, we're going to put ourselves onto a bit of grease-proof paper. We make sure that it goes into a fan-assisted oven around 200 degrees. It'll be in there for about 15 minutes. But before we do so, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give it a little bit of seasoning. So first of all, I'd like to chuck on there some rock salt. Not too much, just enough for a bit of seasoning. And I'd also like to chuck on there some pepper. Whilst I'm doing this, I'm boiling the kettle so I can make the vegetable stock. Right, like I said, whilst we're preparing the rest of the meal, the first thing that happens is this goes into the oven. So let's just go pour that boiling water straight in. Okay, so you can see how simple this is. So the soba noodles will take about 4.5 minutes. Some good quality ones, you can get them from Sainsbury's. You've got all the chopped up veg now and all the other bits and pieces, including the good quality stock. But we're going to lead off with this with some good quality coconut oil in a pan. So let's start cooking. Right, as you can see, we've got a bit of a rolling boil going on here now. It's exactly what you want. So now we're at this stage, what we're going to do is we're going to go straight in with a pak choy and the mange too. We'll slowly stir that in. At the same time, I'm going to go in with most of the spring onions and some of the coriander. We'll slowly mix that in. Turn that heat right down now. So, whilst we were waiting for that to simmer and the chicken's just about to come out of the oven, just want to talk to you for a second about the soba noodles. Now these are a huge staple dish in Japan, and they take around 4 to 5 minutes to cook. You're supposed to wash the starch out of them once you start cooking them. I'll be honest, I don't normally myself, so I'm not going to tell you to. Okay, so the chicken is cooked, started to brown, we're just going to take that out. Making sure that you cut no raw meat with this knife. We're just going to slice her into diagonal chunks. So like I say, this chicken went in for 15 minutes. One chicken breast is more than enough for one person. In fact, we've done 2 and this dish will be good enough for 4 people. Okay, so now that's simmered away, we take off the lid, give that a little stir, and you're basically ready for plating up now. However, before you do, take one bunch of soba noodles, lay them in. Wholemeal soba noodles. Stir them in. Turn the heat up a touch. And we're going to turn off the heat. And get ourselves a bowl. Get ourselves the tongs. First of all, what I like to do is take a big scoop of the good stuff. So I'm going to lay that in the bowl. So this dish has got everything. It's going to have your proteins, it's going to have your carbohydrates, it's going to have your minerals and all your good nutrition. So, now we're going to place the chicken around the outside of the bowl. Oh, still bloody hot. Like so. Throw in some of our coriander still, for some of the still fresh and raw spring onions. Then we're just going to take some of this broth. So YouTube, that was Scott's no-nonsense chicken ramen. Let me know what you think. Make comments below. If you enjoyed what you've seen here this evening, if you want to start following me, you want to join me on my journey as I improve and get better and better, then please subscribe. Your support is much appreciated.